currently right now, it's the 31st of January. And as you have seen in the last 3 videos, I normally record my podcasts in a car. But unfortunately, my boy Vinay fucked up his leg. So he couldn't even walk down his stairs to get into my car. My car's like a 30-second walk, but he's injured. So we're making the best of it. We in his room right now. We've got a really weird setup. Rika's in the back. We vibing though. We vibing. But Vinay, dude, what the fuck happened to your foot? Not your foot, your leg.
So guys, let me just break this down for you. I was playing footy. I always had problems with my joints growing up. I have this issue with my joints called hypermobility, which basically means that my joints and tendons are not as strong as they're supposed to be, and they're quite loose. So I'm very injury prone, basically, and I've always had problems with my knees, clicks in my knees, and I was just playing, got a click, felt worse than usual, and I just knew in the moment that it's
Something
wraps.
was wrong.
Yeah, it's wraps.
done.
It's actually like I just felt it. Like I collapsed as soon as I took that shot. And
did it go in?
What do you mean?
The
The
shot.
shot.
No, that thing
Oh.
skied.
Fuck.
That
Yeah,
thing,
that's disappointing.
like it was so bad. I collapsed as soon as I took that shot, guys, and it resulted in this beautiful meniscus tear
Ooh,
And
that's a
along-
nice word.
alongside an ACL slight tear.
Yeah, he
also.
really fucked up his whole leg, dude. Like
Yeah, guys.
all
And
the
this
big
is
athletes
called
who
a
get these
compression
things.
sock.
Yeah, guys. This is just the compression sock.
I don't even know if they can see your leg. I think they can.
They
though.
can.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, you can't even get out of bed. Like it's hard.
Yeah, dude, I can't shower by myself, guys. I need 2 people to literally help me, and it's so difficult to.
And your mind these last 3 days, how have you been feeling as a result of this?
I feel depressed, bro. I really do feel quite down. I feel like this is a huge setback.
It's the last week of holidays.
Literally,
Everyone's
and
inside.
it was
No one is inside.
it was literally the last week. Everyone's going back to uni this week. You know, I really wanted to spend this time with my friends outside, but unfortunately, you know, this universe giving me a sign to tell me to just calm down, take it easy, and yeah, guys.
Calm down from what, Vinny?
Calm down from going out too much, guys. I was out every single day. Like us, this guy, everybody.
We were outside.
We were
You
out.
every
trapping.
single day.
You were trapping.
Ever since I came back from India in December, on the 11th of December, I've been out ever since, bro. Literally, people.
But you're making the most of it.
I really did, hey, because it was my first time coming back to South Africa in December. It was my first December here, and I really did live it to the max. And I don't take back anything. I had a ball with my closest friends. It was, you know, it was all I could ask for.
We had a time, boy.
We had a time. A time
We
was
had
had.
a time.
I mean, it's interesting that you said it was the universe that did this to you. Do you genuinely believe that?
Yes, bro. And I also feel like you remember the day that we went to see the cars was the same day my mom actually told me like don't go out. And I was fighting with my mom that day actually because she was telling me like it's late now, you don't have to go out. You know, it's a Monday night. You don't have to go out, you know, like I've never not told you to not go out.
Stay home for dinner.
Just stay home for today. It's not that deep. But obviously my dumbass did not listen. I disobeyed my mom, and this is the result, guys. Listen to your parents,
Not the
guys.
direct result, but
But like, we'll go into that part of the world, the universe.
The universe.
You know, I've always been the kind of person who's believed that God, the universe, all these higher powers, I feel like they are a sixth sense that human beings have, but we're not meant to understand them. I think the biggest mistake a lot of people make with religion is trying to understand it, trying to force themselves to relate to it. But I think that in every single person's brain, we have our own unique solar system. And one thing will not work for the other person. So, what is your meaning of the universe? Both of you. And Rika, if you want, you can join. What is your meaning of the universe? When you say that the universe did this to you.
The meaning of the universe?
What is it? The higher
Are you
powers.
talking about it in like sense of the sixth sense?
Yeah. What is it? What is it to you? It's unique to everyone.
Yeah, I mean it depends. Like you said, God, the universe. I think most people, like most religious people, would probably just look at it as like, this is God's will, this is God's plan. Like, like you said, you can't explain that sixth sense, and if something is telling you don't do this, do that, it. Most people would assume like, yeah, this is God telling me that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And would I say I felt like that most times we were going out? Yeah, maybe. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, we didn't have to go out all that much. And we abused it, dude. There was days where the three of us were just walking in the rain just because we didn't want to be
Climbing.
at home.
We didn't want to be alone.
We didn't want to be alone, right? At home.
sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. And these are my favorite people in the world. But I think I think everybody's life is all building up to one big thing. And I think that's a pretty unique perspective that I have. I think everybody says your life is, meaningless because everybody's so small. But I think everybody's existence is pouring into one, like, final step. I don't know what that is. I don't know which God is real.
I don't
But
think you ever will.
I don't have to know. I believe in reincarnation, though.
I also.
I hope me is gonna keep coming back here just to see.
You said you wanted to be.
Yeah, I
NBA
want to be an
player.
NBA player. Next line. Remember that. Still, I'm coming back. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know which God is real. I don't know who I'm serving. But my overall perspective of the universe is just that I think that anything is impossible. On one of your old episodes just now, you said the greatest conquest is the conquest of what? The impossible.
impossible.
Yeah. And
Power.
I love that. I love that episode. I'm biggest Lanky Reese podcast fan. But
Number 2, guys.
but I just think that it means that I think half of the big shit that we discovered in the world was once impossible. So you can really never say never. And that's why I think that one day we'll all have superpowers and shit like that. I don't think anything is impossible. What do you think? Vinny?
What can I say, guys? My view on this, I'm not really too hard on religion, if I'm being honest. I genuinely do think there's a higher power.
What are we raised as?
A Hindu,
Okay.
but my family has not, like, we haven't really been that religious. Like, even growing up, we haven't been that religious, we've
And I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's really not a bad thing. And I think my parents also prefer it that way. Like, they don't want to get too into it, but like they still have that belief at the end of the day. You feel me? But I haven't really followed in those footsteps. I've always been a bit away from the religion side of things. I'm just on my own. I just think that the world works just the way that it does, bro. I don't really know how to
It is what
explain
it
it.
is.
Yeah,
No,
but
I get that. I get
but
that.
there is someone up there, something controlling us.
Has to be.
Bro. And I really do think that this might be a bit controversial, but I really do think that religion causes divide between people.
Okay.
And I really don't like that idea. And why can't we all just be one? You feel me? Like, you get me?
I think
Taoism.
in my experience, I've found
By the way, like, don't listen to me.
Taoism.
Yeah, but it's more about like oneness, But
If you go into history, the Egyptian times, the Roman Empire, the easiest way civilizations have been manipulated is with religion. And I mean, if you go anywhere in this country and even in this world, you constantly seeing all these huge billboards with these pastors who can apparently tell you what God wants from you.
Can we talk about church?
And I think that's a load of
Let's
shit.
talk about church. Let's talk about church.
Listen, I grew up in a house where I went to church often. I would say from when I was a baby to like 8 years old, I went to church every Sunday. I never really enjoyed it. I was always told that I would eventually like it, but I'm about to turn 21 and I still don't really enjoy going to church. I don't like that human beings have limited God to just one type of thing. I think human beings will never understand fully what God is. and that's okay. And I spend a lot of time trying to get into the frequencies of the universe, but I think it all comes down to just simple hard work and being optimistic. I read a book called Man's Search for Meaning, and I've told you to read it before, Adam. I hope you read it one day. And he basically speaks about the most important thing for any human being, no matter where you're from, is just what you want to conquer in this world. Not really about, it's not about your dream car, it's not about your dream house, it's just about if you want to be a fucking painter, you need to do that shit till the day you die and constantly keep getting better, because that's what fulfills you. A lot of times when I was alone and lonely, there's a difference. The only thing that made me feel better was just working hard on my dreams, because that's the way you distract yourself from being lonely. We all lonely at the end of the day. Even if we in relationships, we have gang friends, there's a time in everyone's day where you come home and you're alone.
I think it's interesting that you said use the word conquer there, and maybe this is the wrong time to talk about church and religion, but one of our friends, Siwe, she's a beautiful soul, a great person. She's one of the most devout Christians that I know. Well, she goes to an Anglican church, and I went, and I've always had a very open perspective on religion. I've been a hard atheist. I've been a hard Christian. I've explored Buddhism. I've just like I said, because I think anything is possible. But I said it was interesting you used the word conquer, because I think religion is also very selfish in a way. And I was invited to church recently by one of my friends, and I went, and hopefully she'll be on here one day to talk about what she thinks about God and religion in its entirety. Because even I don't know. All I know is that she's just super, super passionate about it. But when I went to church today, it was last week maybe. The one thing,
just try to speak a bit louder.
Yeah, the one thing that I thought was just that I love the sense of community here, and I love that everybody here really does have a good heart and good intention. But you always also wondered how much of religion is selfish, and that's why it divides us. A lot of people talk about the final goal of going to heaven. Oh, I just want to get into heaven. I just need to serve the king and go to heaven. But
what about now?
What about now? And also, all religions put all these good values out, do this, do that, love your neighbor, wada. But are you doing it because you love your neighbor, or are you doing it because you want to afford your place in the kingdom? Mm-hmm. And I just think if religion is the only thing that's really making you a good person, are you really a good person? And I just think that's why it's divisive. Wow. Because every single religion comes with good values, comes with good communities. That's why millions and billions of people do it, because it structures their life. It makes you a good person, probably a much better person than the shitty guy you were yesterday, or whatever you did yesterday. And then you come to church and you repent. But are you repenting because you want a seat at the table, or do you care? Do you love these people? Do you love these guys? Do you love yourself? I just think I love the community and the values of religion, but I think the motivation is, I've always said religion is comfort at the end of the day more than anything. People are so scared of this place. People hate this place, and they're also really scared of what the fuck happens after here. Mm-hmm. And every form of religion is just a comfort for that. At least after this, I'm going somewhere good. I'm going somewhere safe. But all in all, don't be a dick.
Now, Roshik.
So I'm going to ask you two this question. And I'm going to start by answering my opinion. Where exactly do you think we go when we die? I saw a video of this man describing the transition from human life on earth to heaven is the same as a baby in a womb coming out to the world. And he said that when we were all in the womb, we definitely were thinking. Obviously, I love that TikTok. You've seen it. I've seen it. We don't think about it. We can't remember anything from being in the womb. I don't think. If you say you do, you speak shit. There's no way you remember that. But then we just suddenly just came into the world, dude, and we were just alive. And now 20 years later, we just sitting here doing a fucking podcast. But I once had this crazy trip like I'd say 2 months ago. And when I went to bed, I had the craziest dream ever. I dreamt that every single soul that's ever existed, when you die, there's a huge warehouse somewhere in the universe, and your soul is just simply put onto a fucking shelf. And these shelves are like 1,000,000 stories high, and they're just millions of these souls.
Inside Out.
Yeah. And they just sit there, and we just think about the things that made us happy on earth. And that's why I say money is not everything. But when I'm in that warehouse, I'll definitely think about this moment. But
Oh.
Vinay, you can be passionate, but Vinay, when we all die in this room, will I ever smoke with you again?
I really hope we do. I really hope wherever we are, when we pass, I hope that I hope I'm with the people that I loved and the people that I just enjoyed my life with, you know, and yeah, I really don't know. I really don't have a comment on that. I really don't know. Hey,
But you're not supposed to know.
yeah,
How the fuck are we supposed
yeah,
to know?
none of us know, and I think at the end of the day, you said that's okay because let's just live in the moment.
We aliens, bruv.
Low key.
It was just a visitor. I was actually talking to my mom about that the other day, and I was at dinner with them, and my relationship with my parents is pretty turbulent, so I've never really we've just never really been that communicative with each other, and I was like 2 cocktails deep with my mother and my father, so I just looked at them and I said, "What did you want anything from me? Like when I was born, what did you want? Like what did you actually want me to do?" And I'm bringing this up based on what you said, like we're aliens. My mom told me that you're just a visitor here. You know, nothing really belongs to you. You don't really owe anybody anything, and nobody owes you anything. I've never really expected you to do anything. She said, I think we kind of all said that when you have a son or a daughter, you can kind of just hope that this person is just going to be happy and be a decent person at the end of the day. Where do I think we go? Honestly, these days I've been thinking that you kind of go where you want to go. If you close your eyes and it's just black, chief, it's just black, eh? There's nothing else after that. If you close your eyes and you wake up as a bird, you'll probably be a bird. And if you want to be an elephant after, you can be an elephant too. Or me, I'll be an NBA player. Remember that. I think you definitely go where you want to go. I think scientifically, we talk a lot about energy and dimensions, and you probably watched Interstellar in your life before. You've seen shit like that. I do think that there are a lot more dimensions than just the 3 that we see around us now. And I think if you're in the waiting room of the universe when we die and you want to go see those other paths, I think you can. Another thing my parents always used to say to me is, love me or hate me, you chose me. She says, in that waiting room of this universe that we sit in, you're reviewing all these lives you could live, and you probably chose this because your parents, your children, siblings, your best friends, they're your teachers. We're all just here to kind of teach each other something. Everybody in here has definitely taught me something. A lot of shit, actually. These are like my favorite people in the world. So, yeah, you go where you want to go. I hope so, at least, because I'm trying to play with LeBron. So I won't play with LeBron, by the way.
Maybe when he's in another form.
In another life. Yeah.
In another life.
I'll probably play with Bronny.
Yeah.
I won't.
With Bryce.
Unless I die like tomorrow. Which we could.
One thing my mom has always said to me is, because my mom's religious, she's always said to me, when you die and you have to stand in front of God at the gates of heaven, what are you going to say to him? And
what's it to say?
Yeah,
I think the first thing I'd say to God is that I was always loyal to my heart and my beliefs. It took me a long time of changing the way I am and just growing up to fully accept the way I see the world. And as I sit here now, no one can change the way I see the world. And I think that's the most important thing I've developed recently. And What?
Is it though?
Yeah.
Do you think it's important that nobody can change your stance on things? I don't think.
I do. I watched a video of Virgil speaking about this, and he says as long as you
That's
refrain from letting people change the way you see the world, you will be fine. That's what Virgil said.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to staying true to yourself. But the reason I raise my eyebrow at that is just because it's like, dude, we're so ignorant and so arrogant, and
I get that.
we're like very dumb people.
I get that for
And
but we all need to make the mistakes. I know for a fact I'm going to make millions of mistakes in my life, but as long as I'm doing what I think is right, and even if it's wrong, I don't give a shit.
the best teacher is experience. Yeah.
Exactly. And going back to the gates of heaven, my mom always said to me that you need to pursue every dream you have and every skill you have, because let's say for instance, I wanted to be a famous soccer player. When I die and go to fucking heaven or wherever I go, I feel like the gods will show you what your life would have been like if you actually worked hard. And maybe if I worked hard, I would have been in the Premier League right now. And that's why I'm so passionate about doing the things that scare you, because doing this podcast scared me, but I'm very proud of myself for doing it, because it's something that I would say a lot of people think about but never actually want to do. And I mean, I'm doing it.
You're literally doing it, bro. And
I'm doing
I think
it.
this is
Live and in stereo, brother.
like this isn't something like easy, guys. I don't like speaking to a camera or like even getting yourself to do something, because I really know how it feels to like not have any motivation in life, or like just not have that drive to do anything. And seeing you actually like put this thing to light actually is, it's kind of very, not even kind of, it's very inspiring for me, because it's I'm looking up to you, Reese, in some way or form. I'm looking up to you because you're showing that you, people can actually like put their mind to something and actually do it. Because I feel like these days we talk a lot about our dreams, our aspirations, what we want to do in life, and
Just
where we
do
want to
it.
go, but we're too scared. And I'm me myself, I'm really scared to put myself out there still. And like when I watch your videos and everything, like you really, it's very natural to you, and I really like look up to that, because at the end of the day, you want to do this and you did it, and you're doing it in real time. And I really do believe
Yeah.
you're gonna be big one day. And yeah, guys, just stay true to yourselves, and just do it like Nike said.
The Reese.
I'm glad you say Nike. It's not fucking Nike.
Not Nike.
It's Nike.
These bitches want Nikes. Okay. What's next? Well,
What's next? I mean, I'm looking at this guy's wall and it literally says, all we have is now.
Wow, how do we do, yo?
When
All we
I
have is now.
So, quick secret, I don't even think I've told you guys this, but I'd say from January to June of 2025, I was like a deep Buddhist person. Like, I was meditating all the time. I was reading the Buddhist Bible. I don't know what the fuck it's called. And what meditating taught me and helped me a lot is that the past doesn't matter, the future doesn't matter. What matters is now. When you have that idea in your head that you want to get your dream car, I'll always use dream cars. Don't think about the dream car at all. Only think about what you're going to do to get that dream car, whether it's business, uni, rapper, I don't know. Just think about that. Fall in love with the process, and then the car is just a byproduct. Because when you're constantly focusing on the car, it's constantly something that you don't have control over. But if you have control over studying for your test, writing lyrics, starting your business, it's going to get you there a lot quicker.
That's some real shit, man. Like,
Are you going to the bathrooms, eh? So he's just on a phone call right now. But how's your leg feeling right now? Does it hurt?
it's actually much better than what it was. Hey, like, I think day one after surgery was really painful, because I think it's just that after effect of the surgery. But, you know, I'm just trying to be optimistic, guys. I really, staying in this state is not it.
It's terrible.
It's really
It
terrible.
sucks.
And I feel like it's it's low-key taking me into a place that I was in, and I really don't want to go back to that place because I was over here when I was going through my shit, you know. I was in this very room, in this very bed, you know, and it low-key brings back a bit of trauma, but I'm just trying to see this, take this in a good light, you know.
Just spend time with your brain.
Yeah, like I'm trying to take this setback and trying to make it a comeback. You feel me? And I'm just trying to do a real thing, and I will be back, guys.
Of course you will. You're already back.
You will be
You
back.
never left.
You could be back
We have phones.
and 10 times better. I mean, I've always been hesitant to like speak on a public platform like a podcast or an IG reel or a TikTok, whatever you want to do, just because I think it's very arrogant for us to believe that, like, you know, we have something to, like, I just don't want to seem holier than thou. I don't want to seem like I can imprint any life lesson that I've learned on you. But just as we've been talking about, I think every single person is kind of lost in their own way, but at the same time, we all definitely know what we want and what you want to see. And John said in episode 2, today is the only day that exists. And I think I didn't always stay here with these guys. I used to study somewhere else, and I came here. I came back here because I just had never felt so lost. I'd never felt like I had lost the person who I wanted to be, or who I was, and I was pretty close to who I wanted to be, I think. And after just being down for so long, like he said, he was stuck in this room for ages. After being at your worst, you kind of realize that I could sit here with this torn meniscus or whatever it is and let it beat me down, but I know exactly what I don't like about myself. And to wake up and do the same things every day, that's a choice. And you could sit here and just smoke weed and die and cry, and that'd be fine, you know, that'd be your story, but that's it. That's your whole story. And I just think that, you know, we let a lot of these external factors say like, oh, but this is controlling my life, this is affecting me. I do it all the time when I say that there's just so many obstacles in the way, because a lot of the time there is. But you know, I have some controversial opinions on it because I think life feels very hard, but I also think that living is easy, and in its own way, because the truth is things feel very heavy, and nobody likes hearing this. Even I don't like hearing it because I know I feel things very deeply, but it's not that deep half the time. It really isn't. And you know, a lot of people like to say God wouldn't give you anything that you can't get through. And I believe the universe does work that way. I think this is all just a part of a really good story. And my phone is ringing, so I'll leave you with that.
John Lennon, the guy I sent you a picture of, he said that life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. And I think that's really true. We're constantly getting knocked off of course, like this, for instance. And it's just about how you come back. It's that simple. Because as Zay said, you can sit on your arse all day and get high and cry. You can do that. And yeah, it is enjoyable in its own way.
It's not getting you anywhere though.
But I mean, you need to build your empire. And I mean, everything you go through, as much as it sucks in the moment, it's just going to make the next thing that you go through easier to get through. Always think of that. Because if you get injured again, you can just say to yourself, I've been through this, I can do it again. And it's you're constantly doing building blocks. You always are. And don't ever forget that. Wow. Okay. 1 second. Tando. Just Tando. Just
Rara.
be careful. Let's not. But we got a very special guest. This is my brother. This is Tando. Is Tando in? Rika, can you check? Is he in?
We have our beautiful production assistant here today.
Hello.
Our very beautiful dreadhead.
I've been looking forward to this day for a very long time. I've been looking forward to this. This is am I in? This is a phenomenal setup.
We're currently set up on a pillow, a pizza box, one book, a speaker, and 2 building blocks, by the way.
Imagine.
We're making it work.
Just chase your dreams, man.
Just chase your dreams.
I'm
Tando, you good, boy. You good.
surviving.
Didn't even greet him. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, I think a lot of people forget how far they come. When you constantly striving to be the greatest, you constantly leveling up, literally like a video game. But for some reason, us as humans, we just don't want to appreciate the level that we're on. Like, there are people struggling on level 1, there are people struggling on level 100. And it always just feels the same. Even to me, it feels like we're going through the same thing, but we're not. And I don't think there really is a final destination that you can ever get to, because we always just want to do better with everything. We always striving to be better and better and better. And I think we always, when we get to certain places where we can't grow no more, that's where we change. And as you even said, I'll speak up for what you said, but I think even though life is hard and easy at times, life is just beautifully tragic. I think every single human being on earth, if there were to be a book written about them, it would be a New York Times bestseller, because we all have such a unique experience, a different experience about everything. And I love that. We're all going to live such different lives. We all have such different dreams, but we're all trying to get to the same place, which is simply our dreams, you know? What do you think of that, Tando? You got anything to say?
What is he
That's a
have
lot,
to say?
man. That's a whole lot of information. That's damn. I think the idea of success, especially now, and really accomplishing your dreams and stepping forward to be the person that you want to be, not only for yourself, but for your family, for the people that matter around you. For me, at least these days, that kind of just, it gets more and more alien. The older you get, the more like responsibilities you have to take on, the more real life starts to hit. Things like, you know, wanting a house when you early 20s, wanting this car, wanting this vacation, whatever it is. Things like that sometimes just step a bit further away the further you go on in life. But one thing that's really kept me motivated is just having the absolute belief in myself and in the people around me, because I think that if you lose that kind of like self-belief, then you'll never be able to take that step forward to accomplish your dreams. And at some point you really just do have to step up for yourself and believe in yourself, trust in the fact that you are special, that you are worth it, that you are that God brought those dreams and those visions upon you for a reason, because you have everything that you need within yourself to accomplish them. And that's all you will ever need, just yourself. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
Also something that I wanted to add was also, in this process of finding your dreams, your aspirations, working towards it, I feel like people around you also do play a really big part in you getting to where you want to be. Obviously, everything stems from within you, but also the people you surround yourself with, the groups you hang out with, the friends you have at the time, I feel like really do play a big role, because in some way or the other they're teaching you something that you don't know, you know.
On that note of other people, I wanted to ask you, Rika, could you please answer this for us, our beautiful production assistant? Thank you, Rika. I wanted to ask you on that, just on that note, because it's related to something that you said today, actually. And Vinay posted something that I thought was interesting, and it said, "I lost control of my life by letting people control my life." Aries posted that, and Vinay posted that.
Aries is the goat.
I lost control of my life by letting people control my life. What exactly were you thinking? Because you're talking about the effect that others have on you,
Yeah.
and you're talking about the good things that other people can do for you. So this is obviously kind of talking
Yeah.
about the bad things
Yeah,
that
I
other
feel
people can do
like-
for you. So what are you thinking when you posted this?
So when I posted this, I was thinking about a time in my life where I literally was getting controlled by the people around me. I didn't do anything that came from within me. You feel me? Like I kind of did it just to like please other people. I would like just live in the moment as to, how do I say it? Just to please other people. I wasn't myself. I felt like a lot of external factors had a negative impact on my life at the time because of the people I was surrounded by. And that's why I'm bringing this point to light, is because I'm so grateful over like the past 6 months that I've been getting so much closer to you guys, because it really has made a positive impact in my life, because I'm so much more happier, bro. I'm so much like, I look forward to seeing you guys. I look forward like to just waking up every day, just to see some sort of light. And I didn't have that before in my life because of the people around me. But now that I have you guys around me, I have a stable circle of friends who support me, who I know have my back, who love me, and who I also deeply really love. And I think that really did play a huge part in my life, and I really do think it's impacted me in a really positive way. And I just want to say I love you guys, all these guys around me.
We love you.
We love you, bro.
Yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
You can't do it alone.
You can't do it alone. Have you guys anything more to say?
What's the time thing?
It's past 20.
36 minutes.
Sure.
We've been speaking for 36 minutes.
This is the longest episode ever.
This is. I don't think it'll be ever, but it's the longest so far.
Podcast will have its days.
But anyway,
Come to you with the 2 hours
By
before.
episode 10, we're gonna get hit on an hour for sure.
Episode 10, we're not gonna be sitting here, guys. We're gonna be sitting in a studio.
a studio, a Bentley. Anyway,
I
guys.
don't know about that. Episode 10. I have it. By episode 10, I'm not sure.
Anything can happen, say.
But one of these episodes will be shot.
Episode
down.
35.
You're gonna get signed by like
Episode 50 will be in a Bentley.
Yeah.
Even if we're gonna rent it. We're gonna rent it.
Okay.
Reese's views are going up, guys. So I think he's gonna get recognized. One of these days, someone's gonna hit him up. Lanky Reese, I need you.
He's trying to do that.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Rika, who's behind the camera. She doesn't want to be seen for some reason, but she was like,
Come say hi, beautiful.
she was the camera woman. You can just hold it. Shout out to
All these
Vinay.
beautiful, gorgeous
Shout out to
people.
Tando. Shout out to Adam. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you, brothers. We will see you
Oh, wait.
next time.
Love you.